Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another edition of the YouTube channel, Too Many Plugins and Delta X-Ray. I'm your host Alex. And today we play a little bit more Unreal Tournament 4. Running local, but then on the same rig again. I tried to put it on my other PC, but then I forgot that I actually need to look for my other CD key, because it was not wanting to work because both versions were having the same CD key, so there you go. To look for my other copy and then just change the CD key with the CD key changer, and then it's just gonna work. Oh my god. Yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. This game is not being sold anymore, and it's basically abandonware, but legally this is still a property owned by Epic, and of course, you know, they pulled the game off the market, so, you know, in theory it is abandonware, but, you know, it's still like they can still do things with it in the future. I mean, it keeps on being their intellectual property, so... You know, so it's a little bit complicated, this, you know, for yourself, where to get the CD key from. What you can do is you can go to archive.org, get the GOG version. There's a CD changer in there where you can change the CD key, and then basically or look for a second-hand copy, or yeah, just look for a CD key online or a CD key generator online, and then basically change it to any other key. Basically, just generate a bunch of keys and then use that key, because the GOG version that's everywhere available all use the same key, so the servers are gonna block that key. So but if you change it to any other key, normally it works. You can even use a key for Unreal Tournament 2003. So it doesn't even need to be 2004. 2003 keys work also, retail keys. So that retail keys, what I mean with that, not the ones that come from Steam, but the ones that come from CDs and DVDs. So there you go. That you can do, but yeah... yeah, a little bit complicated, you know. There's no way of really buying this game, and because this game, the online functionality verifies keys, therefore, yeah, to play online keeps on always being a little bit of an issue, because to get the clean key. But as far as I understand it, with the GOG version from Archive, if you use a key generator or you just look for any other key online, then most of the times it just works. So. Or just, yeah, use a key generator and generate a new key. Oh my god. So there you go. Yeah, boggles the mind now, huh? Epic just took these offline. And... took the servers offline, but also took the possibility offline for you to actually buy the game. You know, which is, yeah, really crazy, you know. It just seems like it's not, they don't want to sell it anymore. No, they want to make this game disappear, you know. I mean, they could just keep it available You know, even for a higher price, it used always to be like $5 or $10. You could buy copies of this on GOG in the old times and on Steam. You know, but yeah, they just took it offline and decided that, as far as I know, besides Unreal Tournament 3, they're not going to do really nothing with Unreal Tournament for the time being, you know, also because of Fortnite. And yeah, basically just, it's not that they don't want to sell this game anymore. They could also just throw it in the public domain or something, you know. But no, they just want this game to basically disappear. The game that have basically, you know, created the Unreal Engine, you know. The game that made everything happen basically for Epic, you know. So it boggles the mind, you know, that it seems really like they just don't, that there's maybe something with the violence in this game, or with, I don't know what it is, but there's something that they just want this game to just disappear from the face of the earth, you know. And you can always through Archive and even on the second-hand market still find copies, and then in Archive you can download a version of it, but then the online component starts being a real issue because you don't have a CD key, you know. Oh my god. So yeah, it's a little bit of an issue, that. By the way, for people who want to know, I'll show it in the end of this match, how you can access the console to paste that command over there. If you have a problem in pasting the command before you start the game, you copy the command that I sent you there in the comments. If you have a difficulty then in pasting it, you just do Ctrl V with your keyboard, and then you paste it and then enter. That's the way you get the game online again. So Ctrl C is copy, Ctrl V is paste. So if you have a difficulty in copying it in the terminal, in the console, that's the way you can do that.
You have lost the match.
Yeah, I did. It was a bot that seriously outsmarted me. Let me see if I can find the console now. Where was it? I'm on a Portuguese keyboard, so that symbol is in another place, but see if I can find it. Oh, it's already over here. Oh. Escape, so let me see again.
Play.
Okay, on my keyboard here in Portugal it's on the tab button, but on English one it's on that little wavy shape. And then you just do Ctrl V to paste, Ctrl V to copy, and Ctrl C to copy, and Ctrl V to paste it in the console. So if you before you start the game, you copy the console command. Just right click and then copy it with your mouse, and then in the game you just do Ctrl V in the console, and then you should be fine to play this online. Widescreen hack, yeah, that you just need to search yourself. Somebody asking about the widescreen hack, but that one is on GitHub, you can find that. It's the WS Unreal Tournament 2004, basically a patch that you copy then to the game directory, just to the where C programs then Unreal Tournament 2004. To that game directory you copy then a file over there, and then you go to the ini file, and then you add there one line of code, and then you remove 2 lines of code, and then it works fantastically, the widescreen mode. So yeah. Man, why did he didn't die, man? Give me that. Oh, almost. So yeah, for some mysterious reason, it's not that because they could still even make money selling the game, you know, or just keep it there for nostalgia's sake, you know. They took already the servers offline, you know. They could just for the nostalgia and for game preservation, just leave them for sale on Steam, GOG, on Epic Game Launcher. But no, they just took it away. Now nobody
You have lost the match.
can buy it anymore. It's totally. It's difficult to understand why they have done that. Seems really that they just didn't want this to just disappear. And yeah, the single players are also fun, but these games are really made for multiplayer. You know what I mean? If you have all the same copy with the same key, the servers throw you out. You know, because of the copy protection. You know. So yeah, you can then, for nostalgia's sake, still play the single player, or set yourself up a local LAN server and play with your friends in a LAN. But even then, you need to get a key generator, you know, because even on LAN you need all a different key, you know. So. And you know, Unreal is all about online, you know. So. There are some servers, by the way, that you can play actually with without a key, or with a key that's already a lot used. But that's not many servers. Most servers throw you out. And get all the time messages then saying you cannot connect to this server. Or key banned, or your IP is banned, says then something like that. Oh my god, man. So yeah, I mean, you know, copy protection is really cool, you know, for a game that you're still, you know, is commercially still viable. The company is making money on, but I think when you abandon something like this, you know, then I think also that people should be also then, if they don't have a legal way of just buying it, you know, and you abandon a game like that, then people should also have the possibility of then just. You know, if they can't buy it, then just to download it, you know. The only problem with this game is that this game is good online, you know, and then the CD key doesn't give you the opportunity of playing online, so...
You have lost the match. Play.
You can sometimes in that, what's the name of that place? CEX, they sell used video games. There I see many times copies of this game appearing, many times really cheap. So there's still also ways through the second-hand market to get yourself a copy, you know. And it doesn't matter if it's really a copy, then as long as it has the original booklet with it and the CD key, then yeah, most of the time that CD key is just these old keys that are not connected to your Steam account, you know. That's the key I'm using now also, you know. This is the fun of these older CD keys, you know. That came really with a CD or a DVD, and you have then a CD key with it. It's not connected to any Steam account, so, you know, you can just keep on using that, you know. That's the one I'm using now also. I'm just using now a key. While I'm using the GOG version, I'm just using a key that I have of my physical copies that I have. I have all these games, by the way, originally, yeah, guys. I have Unreal, the first one. I have UT99 original, 2003 original. I have 2004 original. UT3 I have original. Yeah, all these games are even some that I have then a copy of it on Steam. Then still I have also still the really original physical disc of it. And then you know, these physical copies are way better. I can just migrate really quickly to another PC, you know. And then just use the key that comes in the booklet, and can then even change the key with the CD changer and change it to another copy, or you know, it's really handy that. Holy moly! Oh my god! So these old keys, what I'm trying to say is this, you know, the old keys of the physical disc, doesn't matter if it's a CD or a DVD, but most of them, besides UT3, there's some versions that get connected to your Steam account, but most of them not, you know. They're not connected to any kind of online servers, you know. The key verification is actually in the game, so even if you play locally offline, then the game still notices if you're on two copies are using the same key, for example. So, you know, and then when you go online, of course, the servers also check for original CD keys, you know. But they are just different keys. So they're very easy to migrate to another system. So yeah. Son of a gun. I mean, even just, you know, for marketing reasons, you know. So you're selling to all the games in the world now the most used game engine, and then the game that this engine is really created for, that have created basically this engine, which is Unreal, you know, is then the game that you take offline and you take it out of sales. It's like really strange, you know, that, you know. To me it keeps on looking that I just want this game to disappear for some stupid reason, you know. But yeah, they just want this to disappear, basically. Yeah, boggles the mind. Why? Yeah. Yeah, boggles the mind. Why?
You have won the match.
Yeah, there's nothing better like physical copies.
Play.
I mean, the convenience of downloading a game through Steam, yes, it is convenient. But then for people also with fast internet connections, you know, then yeah, you know, but if you look at many other things, portability, the fact you can still sell the game, you know, portability to other computers, you know, being all connected to one account, you can't sell the account, that's not allowed. And you can't take one game of that account and then sell it, you know. So you are completely, you know, then make sure you can never sell the game again, you know. And even when you are, you know, shifting all the time computers, there's pain in the ass, you need to all the time log in, log out with your Steam account, you know. So yeah. Another gun. This game with 32 players completely changes the rhythm of the game, which is really, really interesting, you know. It becomes completely different. The whole rhythm, the way you need to tackle things. Really fun. You should really try this out. It's 32 playing, and then with the advanced bot skill function, is really, really, really crazy. It's, by the way, madness sort to play like this, but oh god. My god, sometimes you don't even have a chance, man. But if you get used to this, you know, the next time you play normal, you know, all of a sudden the pace of the game is just down by half, you know. Oh man, I couldn't make the auto kill.
You have lost the match.
Good. They say that there's going to be then a new version of UT3 that they promised already a couple of years ago. But I'm not seeing anything of that happening, to be very honest. They're gonna be, and they say it's gonna be free to play. I still have my original copy, even the physical disc, and even in my Steam account, I have 2 copies in 2 different Steam accounts of that game. So I can keep on playing it, but people cannot even buy it anymore. I still have it in my account, but then they said, yeah, gonna be a free version, and then they took the words of free version away. They say, stay tuned in the future. But you know what I really think? I don't think that future is gonna come. I think in the beginning it was maybe even their intention to do that with then some sort of a portal that you could then maybe play UT3 and then a portal as like in Battlefield 2042 that you can then play all the other versions in a portal mode or something, you know. But it, yeah. I just don't think they really. I think maybe they even did some marketing research or something, and they just came to the conclusion that that it's not worth it to spend a lot of money in. So I believe even that maybe first their intention was legit, and they were really wanting to do that, but then. Maybe after doing market research and trying to develop this and see what it's gonna cost, and you know, because it would be also a sort of a remaster then also, you know, of UT3. You know, that was for first saying in the description, you know. But yeah, I think that they just came to the conclusion that probably there's just yeah, not enough players for that, you know, to justify that investment. Because it's still gonna be a little bit complicated, you know, to do that. This is an older game, you know. This is not like it used to be, you know. What you need to understand of these older games, you know, today we have these game engines, especially Unreal, you know, and even Crytek, you know, that you know. That there's a lot of documentation and it's really easy, and there's assets you can buy, you know, online already for a lot of things, you know. But in the old times, you know, this game engine is very different than that, you know. So it takes a lot of work in Unreal 2 to do things. In Unreal 5, not so much, you know, or Unreal 4, you know. This was a time where even game developers were still themselves modifying still these kinds of engines. Specifically for their games, and then they started, you know, running the game, creating the game, you know. Today that's really different, you know. Unless maybe all of a sudden, you know, this can also be the way just for the future that all of a sudden, you know, old school arena shooters become really popular all of a sudden. Which is really possible, you know, with all the nostalgia and, you know, retro, you know, revivals we have seen already with certain things, you know. And then just wait for that and then they just release it again, you know, and then they make a remaster a little bit and with a portal in it you can play the other versions and then make a shitload of money, you know. I mean, who knows?
Play.
So therefore, they always keep their, you know, intellectual property and their copyrights, and their, you know, some people say, yeah, because it's not sold anymore, therefore everybody can just. I even said that myself already several times. Everybody can just now just download it without needing to worry about it, and can just. You know, install it and stuff like that, you know. I myself said that several times also, but that's not really like that, you know. I mean, okay, they don't have a commercial interest anymore, but they still, you know, own the copyright and legally, technically, excuse me, they can still, you know, it's still, you know, copyright violation, you know. So. And especially if something then all of a sudden becomes popular again and then it becomes profitable again, then they basically pull their rights back, you know. Now for personal use, they're now not going to mind anybody of just downloading a copy and installing it because they're not losing money because they're not selling it anymore. But, you know, they still want to keep it in their property because things in the future can get all of a sudden crazily popular and then your abandoned game, you know, can all of a sudden be worth millions, you know. So For own private use, nobody's gonna make a problem of somebody installing it and stuff like that. But if it becomes in the future again profitable or very popular, then oh yeah, they will take
You have lost the match.
their property straight back, of course.
Play.
One of the Metal of Honors that we played, the single player was a modified version of Unreal 3, I think it was, yeah. So there you go. You can see sometimes, you know, that they literally really completely modify the game engine, you know. Now today everybody's using basically, you know, especially in then Unreal. In other game engines not so much, but in Unreal everybody's today in Unreal 4 and 5 they're using all the same basically engine and assets. Some people, some developers still modify the engine especially to their game, you know. But many not, you know. So and then there's just a lot of assets that they can just buy and you know. So it's way easier, but in that time it wasn't like that at all. Oh my god, what a confusion. Holy shit. Oh my god. A complete spam fest this. Oh lord.
You have lost the match.
For fuck's sake.
Play.
But all these kinds of older games, they want to disappear from memory. And the reason is because in the old times, there was just a bunch of people that bought an original game. They all, you know, and what they did was they came together and they had LAN parties and they were having fun. And they didn't need any cooperation, you know. They bought a game. Some of them even got an illegal copy from their friend. They came together somewhere in a basement or in a how do you call that? An attic, a loft. And they just connected their computers together and they were all playing. And they didn't need to log in all sorts of crazy services. They want to know everything about you. And that's what they don't like, you know. And also because they cannot control also all the wokeness then, you know. So yeah, you know. And they can't control see if nobody's fifis is being hurt and you know, all that kind of stuff, you know. So yeah. This is also a reason why in the moment all the video games became online. All the games before that big hype of digital only and everything online. All games had a LAN function. You could play it on your local area network, you know. And now, no game have that almost anymore. They don't want that. They want you to all be together nice and own nothing and have then your digital downloads. You know. Oh my god. And that's the reason, you know. Believe me, that's the only reason why they have removed the LAN from most games. All the old Battlefields had it, all the old Unreals had it, all the old Call of Duties had it, Halo had it, name a game and it had a LAN play, Counter-Strike. All games in the old times had a LAN, a local area network play. Or a co-op even, that you could just locally co-op play with your buddy with two controllers.
You have won the match.
Yeah. Go and check any game today, even games that have multiplayer function, where they create the most difficult code for everything to work online. And then the most basic thing is that the games already 30, 40 years ago had a LAN function, you know, they don't implement anymore because they don't want you to play like that. They're afraid that you're over there, they can't control you, you know. You're there with your buddies, you know, all playing together. With a little network switch. And a toothpick between the circuit breakers. Like we used to do on the old times with so many PCs and CRT monitors connected that the circuit breakers in many houses used to collapse on the amount of computers we had online. So we had then a toothpick between the circuit breaker or a match. So the circuit breaker wouldn't collapse, you know, of 10 CRT monitors and you know, old school, not power efficient PCs running over there, Pentium 4s and you know, it was really fun that actually. Today you don't have so much of that problem because modern PCs don't spend so much, you know, especially not modern monitors. High-end PCs still spend a lot, but just mid-range or low-end PCs, they don't spend much today. And especially not monitors. Man, she stole the gun from me, man. Give me that. Oh my god.
You have won the match.
One more.
Play.
Man, couldn't even do anything. So for me, guys, I have that many times. You see me many times play these games, these AAA games, but I play also a hell of a lot, actually, way more. That you many times don't see. I play games in the public domain, free games. Most of them are Quake clones that I like very, very much. I play Zonotic. Open Arena, sometimes I play. And I like especially games that you can run without needing any launcher. Zonotic is one of them. It's fantastic. You don't need any login or anything. You don't even need to install it in your PC. You can just run it straight from a file. And you have complete online functionality. You can set up yourself LAN servers, online servers. And there's no login. You're not running through any kind of an third-party service or something. That's why, and those kinds of games I really like. I feel always with these platforms and these AAA publishers and stuff. I always feel like I'm in a maze, you know. There's nothing nicer than just to load up on a game and play online or in local area network or single player without needing to log in and do all sorts of crazy things, you know, needing all sorts of services just to play a video game like we used to do in the old times also, you know. There's a lot to be said about that.
Play.
Everything today relies on online services. Everything you need to give your name, your email, your this, your that. You need to be all the time using that service. You need to have a good internet connection, you know. They need to know everything about you, you know. Spyware, advertising on you, you know. It's... Yeah, I remember this one yesterday playing a little bit of jittery, this map. And there's something about the game like Xonotic that you just open a file and you boot it, it doesn't even install, and you just go to community servers, there are no logins, there's nothing there, you just play a video game, you know. And you feel that, you know. I don't know, there's many games like that that don't even have the nicest graphics or gameplay or something, but there's just a lot already about just that freedom, you know. And that all the time thing of needing to log in and using third-party services and advertisement. It's just, you think that all doesn't matter so much, but it does, you know. Subconsciously those things affect you, you know.
Adrenaline full.
Oh my god.
You have lost the match.
Guys, I'm gonna leave it over here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. There was a little bit craziness in Unreal. I advise you not to play like this because it's very tiring. Anyway, stay safe, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.